tell us about National Sleep Therapy.
So first, National Sleep Therapy, of course, as is evident by the name, we deal in sleep therapy, and I think it's helpful for people to have a good understanding of what is sleep therapy and why do people need sleep therapy. And we help people who have sleep apnea. Apnea means without breath. So what happens is during sleep, people stop breathing. And they stop breathing many times during the night, and believe it or not, sometimes up to 40, 50, 60 or more times per hour. So that's not just per night, that's per hour. So there are many people who have this condition, and in fact it's as prevalent as people with diabetes. In the US, they think that somewhere up to 20 or 30 million people have sleep apnea. Many of them are undiagnosed, which means they don't even know it. So just think of when you've traveled to Europe or you've taken a red eye back from California, how you feel that next morning or that next day. You're a little bit dazed, you're a little bit out of it, your memory's not quite right. All you want to do is go to sleep. Well, people with sleep apnea actually feel like that all the time.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I've never heard it described that way in terms of the sort of flying metaphor. But it really is if you look at it cumulatively, if you feel that way after one flight, imagine being that way for 3, 4, 5 years.
That's right. And in fact, 3, 4, 5 years, many people come to us after they've been feeling this way for 10 or 20 years. So what happens is people go in for a sleep study. They see their doctor and they say, "Doctor, I'm really tired." And he says, and the doctor says, "Well, you may have sleep apnea. Let's go in for a sleep study." So the person goes in for a sleep study. They're all wired up with all these things. They're videotaped, and they come out, and the technician and the doctor decide that they have sleep apnea, and they prescribe something called CPAP therapy. CPAP stands for continuous positive airway pressure. So what happens is, in the night, your airway actually closes, and you stop breathing. And what CPAP does is it's almost like turning your vacuum cleaner on reverse and holding the nozzle to your mouth. You actually get positive pressure. It's blowing forced air into your airway to open it up so you can literally continue to breathe.
But isn't that uncomfortable?